Hey guys, so let's play A Link to the Past. Woo! Um, I'm just gonna cut to the part where I'm playing because I look like a retard when I'm naming Link because I kept hitting the wrong button, so I had to do it 30,000 times. So anyway, the beginning part that you're gonna see, you can't skip, which is really annoying. Because I've played this game like 30,000 times and could probably recite this to you by heart, but, you know, whatever. It just takes like 2 or 3 minutes. And you should know it if you've never played the game before. It's good to read it and learn it. It gives you a little backstory on what you're doing and why you're doing it throughout the game, which is fun. While this is playing, I might as well just, go over the trouble I've been having recording this thing. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another. Like, seriously. This thing is ridiculous. Windows Media Player is a pain in my ass. I keep saying that, Movie Maker, not Media Player, but regardless, it's a pain in my ass, and it never works the way I need it to. And my microphone is super sensitive, extreme close-up! Anyway, my microphone is super sensitive, and if you, like, go any louder than a whisper, it starts to, like, click and freak out, and it's just ridiculous. So anyway, this is about finished, and then I can start dubbing over what I've done. And I've only dubbed this, like, 20 times already, but my computer does not like me. Now, normally I would do this at the same time, like record it, the audio and the video and myself, but that hasn't been working, so if I cough during this, I apologize. Okay, so you start in your uncle's house, and your uncle, well actually, you're dreaming, and Zelda comes to you in the dream, and she asks you to help her, because Aghanim has done something terrible to the other girls, and it's trying to open the stage's seal to get into the Dark World, because Aghanim is Ganon's evil bitch. Now, your uncle tells you that he's going to go out for a little bit, and you don't need to worry, and that he'll be home by morning, and he doesn't want you to leave the house. But if you didn't leave the house, this would be a very short and boring game. So anyway, as soon as he leaves, you can hop out of bed. Now, to the left of your bed are 3 pots, which have 3 hearts in them, always. And you can use those if you need to, but in the beginning you don't, and you open this, and you get the lamp, which is always fun. I love the lamp. So, a little backstory, you may or may not know this, but in the original Super Nintendo game, you couldn't, or rather, you didn't get magic when you got magical items. They just made you find the decanters themselves. Decanters are the little green things that you get that refill your health. They have small decanters, which refill a little, and full decanters, excuse me, that refill all. So you go to the basement, the first floor of the basement, and Link, is that you? Yeah, your uncle's there. And he's like, oh, what's up? Take my sword. I told you not to leave, you little bitch, you're grounded. La-di-da. And he says some cheesy line, which isn't in the original. It says, Zelda is your ... which actually caused a lot of commotion because nobody knew what he was going to say. What is Zelda to you? What is Zelda? But anyway, you fight these guys, and then you can light this lamp if you want, but there is really no reason to. And then I'm wasting magic because I like to collect the decanters underneath. Those are the decanters. La-di-da. Okay. So you keep going. Shoot, and you go back out into the rain. And you can go this way to get to the castle. Normally you can go down that path, but I just go through the bushes quicker. Now what I was going to do here was hit this guy with a bush and then hit him with my sword, but it didn't work out that well. So you come in and you can pass these guys. Doop doop shooba doop. Bop bop. Okay. And you go up here. Now normally if you were playing this for the first time, where you weren't aware, you would probably search around the castle more to find the dungeon. But I know where the dungeon is, so there's no point. If you pick up those pots, there's hearts. Shooby-doo. Okay, so you go down the stairs, and you reach the first floor of the basement, and you fight this guy. Now, I don't know why, but I kept hitting the wrong button. And he kicked my ass. And I only have a half heart left. Which is fun. You can get the map, which is in this treasure chest, or you can leave it. It doesn't really matter, because I don't ever use it, but you might want to if you're not well acquainted with the layout. Okay, so you go in here, and you fight this guy. You don't have to, but you get a heart from it. Now, what I usually do is knock these guys off the platform because it's a lot easier this way. Now, I got into this huge sword fight with this douchebag because if you don't angle it right, you hit their sword and nothing happens. Okay, so I pick up this pot, or I try to, because you can kill the guards with pots. And there's a heart under there. So you go over here. And you can fight these guys, it doesn't really matter. Like I've said, it's usually just like more of a time consuming thing because they don't really give anything. I hit the wrong buttons again. This guy, you have to fight because like in most of the games, you need to kill that one to advance further. And you can fight this guy. And get the key. And the boomerang is in there, and I was a retard and didn't know which button pulled down your menu because it's different from my Super Nintendo emulator, my ZSNES, and I couldn't find it, but I figured it out. It's the backspace button. Didn't take me very long. And then equip it and leave the room. I'll probably keep hitting the wrong buttons for a little while just until I get used to it because it looks like he was dancing. So I get used to it because I'm used to, as I just said, my Super Nintendo emulator layout. Okay, so the video is going to be coming to a close soon because I was running out of time and I figured this would be a good good place to stop it. So I'll continue this in part 2. Peace.